India Today has meanwhile accessed unseen video footage of the deadly blaze and the inferno that killed 109 people on Sunday morning. The concluding day of the annual festival at the Kali temple in Paravur turned into a massive tragedy after what you're happening to see on your screen right now played out. This enormous chain reaction of blasts in which a stockpile of deadly commercial-grade explosives and firecrackers were detonated by burning embers from some of the earlier firecrackers. All of this was illegal and unauthorized. It still took place. This fresh 40-second video clip once again capturing in terrifying detail what happened before dawn on Sunday. Take a look at this video. Let's go straight across to India Today's Akshaya Nath for more on this. Akshaya, where is the investigation currently at? You know, these terrifying video clips, two of which India Today has on its screen right now, Akshaya, depicts the horror of what happened. What we also have here, you know, are the faces of the perpetrators, the people who are currently running. You know, you've got the temple trustees and various other people who've been named in the FIR, who are wanted by the police, but who are currently on the run. People, you know, who may be directly responsible in many ways for those 109 people who actually lost their lives. Where are these people, Akshaya? What is the police saying?
Shiv, if you see, we were just having a press conference with V.S. Shivkumar, the Health Minister and the Minister for Temple Affairs in the state, and he was saying that a judicial inquiry has been ordered and the case is also being handed over to the crime branch for investigation, and within 6 months they're promising that there will be a result, but right now we can see that most of the temple authorities and trustees who have been named in the FIR have been absconding and the police is still searching for them. Meanwhile, we've also heard that the two contractors were not given licenses, but just few minutes back on India Today, we were joined by the Kerala Fireworks Association president, who was just telling us that the members who were the contractors were actually licensed, and the fault was completely on the temple officials to have forced them to conduct a competition of the firework incident, is what the Kerala Fireworks Licensees Association's president just told India Today, Shiv.
All right, so he did. So the investigation is still currently on. It is at a very crucial stage because there have been no arrests made. 5 people have been detained, but nobody has been formally arrested so far, and the police appears to be clueless even at this stage of where the temple trustees may actually be. It's a controversial, it's a sensitive issue. These are people who work for a temple. It's a state in election mode. All of those things, Akshaya, are factors that we cannot actually ignore at this point of time. But I want to take our viewers through what really happened at that time. For 4 hours, fireworks lit up the Kollam sky in Kerala on Saturday night. But at 3:30 a.m., in a matter of just seconds, over 100 people were instantly devoured in the most shocking and painful way. India Today has accessed 2 separate videos of the precise moment when a spark fell on a stockpile of commercial-grade firecrackers stored in the temple complex, leading to a series of explosions. As over 10,000 people assembled to watch the visual extravaganza, they ran for their lives. The Puttingal Devi temple soon turned into a graveyard for 109 people. This is the second video that we've been able to access, capturing the absolute unmitigated horror of what happened in Kollam. Well, the moment when the inferno actually erupted has been captured in 2 separate videos, and we've got them both, and they will be part of the investigation. Well, the story doesn't really end there, because 3 abandoned cars with fireworks inside them have been seized by the Kerala police, barely a kilometre away from the temple in Kollam where this major accident took place on Saturday night, in which 109 people have died and nearly 400 people have been injured, some of them still fighting for their lives. The explosives, as you can see in these images, look eerily similar to the ones used in the temple fireworks display. The police have requested people living around the temple area to vacate until it is safe. They say any of these explosives that have been found will need to be destroyed or diffused before people can actually return. Let's go straight across to India Today's Rohini Swami, who is reporting on this particular aspect of the story. Rohini, that car containing those, fireworks, many of them looking very, very similar to the ones that killed 100 people just about a kilometre from where you are standing, Rohini. What is the police saying? Have those fireworks been destroyed?
Well, the bomb disposal squad has just arrived along, and the ADGP crime station is also on the scene. Now, what they're trying to do is they're trying to diffuse these explosive crackers because they have higher levels of chemicals in them, and this could cause another explosion. Around 10 o'clock in the morning, there was whatever was left of the explosives from Saturday night, that also burst in the morning today. So keeping that in mind and no other mishap should take place, the bomb disposal squad has arrived to see to try and as much diffuse all the explosives that have been found in these vehicles. Now, the vehicles have been traced to these owners, and the owners being one is K. Surendran, who was the main contractor who provided for these fireworks to the temple for the festivities. The second vehicle also belongs to his family member, and the third belongs to a person who works with him. Now, the point that the police are making is that they're trying to find out which are the places possibly that these fireworks have been made. They will be raiding these places and also trying to find out who gives them the licenses to make these fireworks. And now that is important because keeping in mind that there are a lot of temple festivities, and also around April 14th, which is Vishu, which is a very important festival, a lot of temples will be using similar fireworks, and they do not want other mishaps to take place. So they will also be telling temple administrations not to have fireworks or use fireworks of this magnitude.
Thanks very much, Rohini, for getting us the very latest on that. We'll keep a close track.
Deadly end to midnight celebrations. In a matter of seconds, over 70 lives lost. Who will pay for this overwhelming tragedy? India Today brings you all the latest developments from the disaster site.
We look for an answer to the big question: who is responsible for Kerala's worst ever tragedy?
I'm Rohini Swami, and I'll be giving you updates and the developments from Ground Zero here in Paravur for India Today.
This is Virendra Singh Gunawat, who will give you each and every information from Trivandrum.
Bringing you in-depth details from Trivandrum, this is Akshay Nath with camera person Vijay for India Today.
Biggest temple tragedy, maximum coverage.
Another news coming in, and a tragic one. Once again, a bus has rolled down into Chenab River in Jammu and Kashmir's Doda district. 5 commuters have been killed on the spot. Dozen others